Ken.
We're just I would say a metal band.
There you go.
The metal band.
Yeah,
Philadelphia, homegrown metal. We don't want to be labeled. Nobody does.
Sorry, I'm late.
Kevin, where were you been, man?
come on, man.
He's in the bathroom. Where else?
No, I had to run next
Get over
door.
here, bro. Get over next to me.
Okay.
Get in the frame.
Yeah, so you guys are called just plain heavy metal or
Yeah.
old metal band. Goes up to another thing, like old school metal. We had to call it something, but I've been calling it a million things over the years. Classic metal. Just plain heavy metal. I had one of those metal encyclopedias that called it trad metal. Traditional metal. I've never seen it used outside of that one book, but God bless the person who wrote it. And I've heard true metal. Power Theory used to throw that around. And then also we talked about its roided up cousin, power metal. And how sometimes the styles inevitably blend. And is there anything that you guys have a preference for, or you find just as long as no one calls you polka or...
Well, I can answer that. We go by rock and roll because all the clubs around here don't like metal. So you got to say you're rock and roll, and you get better gigs.
Damn it, why haven't I been doing that?
At least on a local level.
Yeah, actually there are some clubs around here that are becoming
They know us as a
known for metal clubs,
Yeah,
like Bar 13. We got to give a good shout out to them in Delaware.
Believe it or not, the Fire too. I mean, we
The
had
Fire.
Bad Luck 13 there. We're only one of the few venues that actually dares
Yeah.
to.
I appreciate Fire. They're good. So yeah, there's some cool metal clubs around.
Tom and Jerry's.
Tom and Jerry
Yeah.
does it all.
Tom and Jerry's still around. Huh.
Big Delco Metal.
We have a
Rock Club.
gig on Saturday there.
Yes,
so.
we do.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah. So, but you, at the end of the day, you say that you are rock and roll. Now, one thing that when you're telling clubs that, what about when you're telling a person about what you sound like? What do you
But
default to?
I would say classic metal.
Yes.
Classic metal.
Classic. Okay, and
That's
then,
kind of a label that we want to go by, I guess.
Timeless.
I always describe this as old school heavy metal.
old school heavy metal, classic metal. That's
From
what
the
we're-
youngest
Because
guy
you're
in the
younger
band.
than us, and we
Yes.
don't want to put old in our freaking name.
Right.
Right.
But that's Vinny.
Yeah.
But
And
we are old school metal. Why doesn't old school metal get old?
why doesn't it? Yeah, because here we are in this day and age, and you're still playing these songs that have a rock rhythm, metal with a rock feel to it. Instead of hitting the double kick on every single note, you're still giving us occasional boom, 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 and you're giving it a melody with each one, a hummable, a hook, line, and sinker. With that, those are just the things that go into it. And I think you might agree with us. You have a vocalist who sings, who gives it, who goes on there and hits notes, right?
Yeah. I don't like him, but I heard he's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to say something on to that point. You know, I told people we're just kick-ass rock and roll, and we paint a picture with our music. Like you said, with the melodies and the way the songs are structured, it has a move, a feel, and every song is kick-ass and doesn't sound like the last one.
Some dynamics, melodic dynamics to it. That makes a difference. We did a gig, for example, last night, and all the bands were half our age, and they had that same style that you were talking about earlier.
Same.
And pretty much, I think it's because of the vocals that have that gravelly, grinding voice, the Cookie Monster voice, that it gives. There's no dynamics to the music in a sense.
No.
It's very technically challenged, good music. It's great. The instrumentalists are awesome, and they do great harmonies. The whole bands they're all phenomenal that we played with last night. But then we step up to the plate, and you get all these young kids saying, "Oh, I love that old school style of metal." It just always comes out. "Oh, I love that old school metal."
I would like to cut right now and just cut you a video of Crown of Earth, and then we come back. I want you to tell me what exactly is different about this metal than the new metal. You ready?
Thank you.
Because I want you to stress that it's a whole performance. It's the whole picture. It's the whole package.
That's what he was
You
saying.
guys are just your stage performance. I mean, everything is just like it's over the top. You're not just and it's there's something.
Remember the
Uniform.
90s scene where everybody just stood there with a
Where a showcase
flannel
band.
shirt and
Yeah.
looked like they were playing
I
on
mean,
a
you guys were a
toilet?
fan on stage. You blow yourselves back. I mean, you look awesome.
We're a
And
showcase band.
Exactly. Every video I've ever got, you guys, is awesome.
We
Looks
bring
awesome.
the young kids what
Yeah.
they couldn't see.
Exactly.
We bring it all right there.
That's
The whole concert in a little room.
And that's how we start the next shit off.
Who saw Holy Diver tour? You went to Holy Diver? Remember the Holy Diver show at Dio?
I did not go there.
Back in the
Those
was
guys.
it the
At
Spectrum?
the Spectrum, yes,
Yeah.
I was there.
Hell
Big
yeah.
Dragon.
Yes,
Yeah,
that
I
was
was
Sacred
there.
That
Heart.
was fucking
Yeah.
awesome. I mean, it's like
Yeah.
incredible. Okay,
I was there
come
both
back.
of those
Hold on,
before
let me put
those videos.
Yeah,
The one had Vivian Campbell in, the other one had Craig Gold.
Yes, it was
This
both of
Dio
them.
story was
actually did
awesome. Is
film.
what it was. Hold on one second. Where's that plug?
A second one with Vivian, but they went with the one with Craig.
Yes.
Well, they did 2 videos at the Spectrum.
Sacred
First
Heart.
one was with Vivian Campbell.
No, but I'm saying Sacred Heart Tour. They did film both, but only released the one with Craig.
Craig Gold.
No, there's the one, Intermission, has Vivian Campbell. And then Sacred Heart has Craig Gold.
Yeah.
I was there at both shows.
Me too. Amazing.
I was there.
I was there. Great.
Yeah, especially when you got Megadeth and what the
Sacrilege UK.
Hold the Mountain King guys.
Oh, Sabotage.
Sabotage.
Sabotage made that
Trans-Siberian
Yeah.
Orchestra.
Yes.
Badass show. I seen Accept open up for Dio.
Ooh.
That was Peter
That was the one
Baltas.
with,
That's who
Craig.
should be on the show tonight.
I love Accept. I think they're awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can
He's
accept their new
he's on
singer.
Christian rock now.
Yo, their new shit rocks, dude.
Yo.
With TT
So,
Quick.
we interviewed him, and the guy interviewing him from our show had an upside down cross, the same exact one he had on, but it's his right side up. It looks ridiculous. It's like, oh my god, no.
Yeah, dude.
I'm laughing the whole time. Okay, ready, set. Sorry, it's quick.
Sure.
Can you start off with the question?
Yes.
Yeah.
Next time, I'm just gonna be on the calendar.
The answer is
Who is
Door number 1.
We are back on Black Jeopardy.
Ooh. See, you can't do a death metal version of that. You
Why
can't
not?
do a slam version of that.
I was in a band 100 years ago that did. We made the Jetsons theme, kind of death metal. It's like awesome.
Oh, fuck, man.
Meet Joe Jetson. I mean, this is like in 1984 or something. Man.
I was doing like a thrash version of the Sesame Street song. Yeah.
Why not,
Oh,
Kev?
God.
You did that one
Cookie
Steven
Monster
Seagal.
would be great.
Yeah,
He was a
Steven
fucking
Seagal.
death metal
Steven
singer.
Seagal. Yeah.
Don't you think Cookie Monster would be a great death metal
Oh,
singer?
hell.
I was working on a Cookie Monster death metal medley where it's like, I think you know who I am. It's good enough for you. You know what I
Are you
love
guys
to
ready?
eat.
Yep.
Okay, which video did we just watch?
Born Again Warrior.
Born Again Warrior.
what's the story behind that?
Born Again Warrior?
Yeah, Born Again Warrior is.
Any Christian metal song?
No.
Somebody thought that might be that. Our producer was like, I don't know if you guys should call it Born Again Warrior. The people are gonna think you guys are a Christian band. Like,
So what?
I thought about that.
Listen, you do the South Park.
Are we rolling or what?
3, 2, 1, we are back. And that was
Born Again Warrior. It's dedicated to the veterans of our country. So it's not a Christian metal like you might have just said. It's say
Faith-based mayonnaise.
our soldiers go off to war. They come home. They may be missing a limb. Modern technology and medicine can give them a new arm, a new leg. They become born again warriors. Right? That's what it's about. So thank you.
Okay, so we just saw that video. Now tell me, what is it about old school, quote unquote? It's only called old school because it's been around forever and it's still popular. What's different about that than, let's say, today's new? I mean, I'm not going to say metalcore. Let's say death metal bands or thrash.
New metal with the NU.
New metal.
And you?
That's from the 90s.
Yeah, that's like 15 years old.
Give me a new metal band. Give me an
I
example
like
of a
to
new
take
metal band.
that.
I don't know. How about
Korn's
Avenged,
new metal? Yeah.
Avenged Sevenfold? Aren't they new metal?
Yeah.
But they're still good because they got a flavor of
Do you mean like
like
recent?
Chris.
Yeah,
The
recent. Give me
Ingve
recent.
feeling.
Lamb of God.
Oh, yeah.
Recent, okay, yeah, because they've only been kicking it for about 20 years, and they're but that's one that, like, for instance, a lot of the kids getting into metal right now would be doing it right through them. You still see their shirts say Lamb of God.
Oh, Lamb of God, dude.
Yeah, they pretty much, they definitely
Wanna
took.
get You want to get real recent? I mean, we could say bands like Within the Ruins,
Yeah.
Mhm.
you know, Born of Osiris.
What about Primitive Man?
Don't know them.
Oh,
And Fred Flintstone, I guess.
I'll tell you the
yep.
Between the Bird and
difference.
Me.
The difference
Wrestle
between
Maryland.
the newer metal bands.
Pardon?
All have
Um,
all
they-
have 5 titles.
I'd like to
Let's
say
not talk
something.
over each other.
Okay.
Okay.
The difference
Fucking go nuts.
that I see in a lot of the new bands, they got all these killer riffs, and it's just one killer riff after another, after another, after another. They kind of lose the dynamics and the flow of the picture, of creating the mood. You know, where the music we make takes you to different places. It's like Pink Floyd, you know. It's like Pink Floyd meets Metallica, you know.
Well, to add to that, the older guys in the band had grown up with a certain style of music that we loved. The younger guy, Vinny over here, he's attached to a more of a speed metal. What do you want to call the label that you like? Is it death?
Like my favorite altogether thing? I mean, I guess death metal.
So he comes from a death metal background, and he's phenomenal on the drums. So I really like the fact that we're blending, and we're giving it a like a facelift. You know,
Adds to the flavor.
our older style, which is why do people like classical music still? You know, it's been from the 1500s, right?
Yeah.
We're
What's that
still
going on?
rocking out a good flavor of music.
Some stuff just stands the test of time.
And that's what old school metal does. It stands the test of time. Thanks, Vinny. But we're putting a little twist and a little flavor to it. So when we're done with the gig, people say that was kick ass. Even if they don't like that style of music, that's the best compliment. You know, some doctor in the back going, "You guys are good for what you do." Well,
So
that's probably the ultimate compliment. Yeah, thank you, doctor. But it's the ultimate compliment when you get something like that, because it's just it connects with people, you know.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
I had
It's
one
just-
compliment from this girl. She's like, "I really don't like heavy metal, but you guys are good."
That's what I'm talking about.
I hear that quite a bit.
So that's where we're coming from. That's why we want to. That's why we want to get on the music. We'll let the music do the talking, as
Yeah.
Aerosmith says. So we're gonna do some live video later of us jamming, right?
Of
Yeah.
course. Yeah, we're gonna come back. We're gonna have you guys live. But yeah, and we're also gonna have another performer on before. Actually, we're gonna do a halftime.
Striptease, I hope.
I
long
guess
as
so.
they
I
meet you,
think
baby.
it is.
Girls
Yeah.
that show up.
No, the girls didn't show up again.
All right, we're gonna come right now to another video. This is a video of Iron Front. This was from. Was it Whiskey Tango? Was it the Whiskey Tango show? Did you get Whiskey Tango? Yes, we do have a video from that 191 video.
Yes. It was 3/4 of a great show.
He doesn't remember. That was a great show because he doesn't remember.
That was the show where they threw us out for being too loud.
Yeah.
Were you thrown out of that show for being too loud? That was the one with
Yes.
Madeline Hayes, right?
If you're too loud, you're too old.
Was that this
Yeah.
one?
Yeah, the KMX band. Madeline Hayes wasn't there.
Who booked Carfax Abbey with you guys?
I don't think that was that show.
Yes, it was.
No, they were on the Madeline Hayes show. That was with us. They played with us on that night. And yeah, the one guy was telling
them.
them.
Gary Rump's band.
No, they were not there either.
Okay.
We are
I don't.
one. We are one.
The Fusion
We Are
35
One.
was We Are One was not there. Yeah, I just remember they walked up. The one guy walked up to Sean, told him to turn his guitar down, which he was weirded out by. I was like, wait, we're playing too loud, and then they got a little irritated by that. And then they said, if you want to continue with that attitude, you can get out of here. And Sean was like, okay, well, how about we do get out of here?
Oh my God,
Yes.
I remember that.
Yes, and I remember
They
that.
told us you can turn down, or we can have leave, or we'll have you escorted out by the
Yeah.
bouncers.
You see, it was just something like, it was a choice like that. So
And
he
we just
said,
said, all right, we'll leave.
yeah,
Oh my God, I do remember that. That's what happened.
Every time we play Hitman for God, something bad happens.
Well, then,
You offended
Take it
somebody.
out
You
of the
offended
discussion.
somebody.
we won't talk about that our
That's
front's
your
no longer
sympathy for the
together, but
devil, right?
besides the fact that. No, I think the reason why I tell you to turn down is because the PA said a certain way to blow the speakers out, but maybe that's not why. Anyway, we'll be right back with Crown of Earth.
Political.
And our final segment here, talking about old school, why is old school metal never get old, and with KMX and the Just Metal Show or Just the Metal Show.
Adios.
All right, I'm exhausted. Okay, so, okay, do you want to, what time is it right now?
I don't know
It's
because
beer o'clock.
it's beer
I
Sunday.
only got a phone in my hand.
It's 10
10 to 6? Okay, we still got some time. All right.